tripod.
Just want to see if there's questions and some thoughts here about a week.
Scott, from your perspective, how's this camp going?
It has been encouraging. It's been productive. You know what it is? I think we had such a good off season and a productive off season in a lot of ways. I think it's just kind of continued now, Adam, with the whole. The players have practiced hard. We've worked hard. We've gotten good work in. So I think, there's a lot of things you try to get accomplished, and you have a list of things you want to get accomplished in camp. Obviously, you want to improve. There's a lot of little things that you want to improve on. I've seen a lot of really good work go on here. So has Todd.
When it comes to evaluation, how important are the games, obviously, versus the practices you're seeing so far?
Well, I don't know how I don't think there's a specific formula in terms of how you weight things, Nick. It's the games are important. Every practice is important. Every walkthrough is important, because there's a lot of things that you have to be careful of. That if you see things that are just physical out there, you see guys making great catches, or you see guys have great runs, you also have to go back to the mental part of it. In some of the meetings that we have, do they know their assignment? Do they know what they're doing? So it's a combination of all the things. The game is very important to see how guys play under a different set of circumstances, but it's an accumulation of all these different things.
There's been a lot of positive buzz about the rookies since draft day, but after watching them in practice for a while, are you more encouraged, about as encouraged as you were?
I don't know if it's increased. I mean, I was encouraged when we picked them. I like the group of guys we got, and I don't think, until we start playing against other people in real situations, again, what they do here is important from a growth standpoint, but they now have to do it in games, and then doing it in one game doesn't matter. It's not just 3 games. We have to get consistency. If we want to be a good football team that wins, they have to be able to do things consistently.
How about camp here at Missouri Western? Have things changed? Have things been good that way?
This has been awesome. This has been unbelievable. I mean, I don't know how it's been for you all, but this has been fabulous for us in terms of the facilities, the closeness of everything, the energy from the fans. I mean, that's something that there's a different energy here. The players talk about it on a daily basis. They are encouraged differently every single day that they're out here. We're encouraged. It's, we're home. This is where we're supposed to be, and I'm glad we're here.
Were you worried at all that with being so close to home, there'd be some pitfalls of guys being able to go home? Because it doesn't seem like that's been an issue at all.
Knock wood. So far, so good. But I think if we do the right thing with the right kind of players and instruct them as to what some of the potential pitfalls are, they understand it. I think that's part of what we've talked about a number of times. It's not just the skill of the players. We want to make sure that we have guys with the right kind of makeup and know how to be professionals and know what to do and take care of their bodies. They have to practice, take care of their minds. They have to practice to learn their assignments. And so far, that's been good. And there's another element. Being this close to home, a lot of these young players have young families. And this isn't the old days where they get a couple minutes to spend time to see their families and just reconnect, which again helps foster all the things we're trying to create with the team and the players as a whole.
Coach Haley mentioned yesterday, he talked about seeing Wayne Corbett right when he came in the league. He loves that story. He loves that story.
How long did that go on?
About 3 or 4 minutes unprompted. And I thought it was interesting. And then he talked a little bit about the 01 Patriots, which had to be very formative for you, a Cinderella story, and you guys get, a championship there.
Us and Carl.
I'm sorry?
Us and Carl from Caddyshack. Cinderella story.
And didn't get the reference. I thought you were talking about your predecessor. And so I'm just curious, with Coach Haley seeing Wayne Corbett, you being a part of that 01 Patriots team, how much do you think that's formed the way you guys think about building a team, looking for the right 53, not necessarily the most skilled 53?
And I don't know if I've always articulated it clearly enough, because I've made the statement about it being, not just the best 53, but being the right 53. Right. Now, in those right 53, they have to be good football players. They have to be skilled and talented football players. It takes a combination. You can't just bring a team out there that's a good bunch of guys and a hard-working bunch of guys and a tough bunch of guys and expect that they're just going to win. It has to be. They have to have those elements. What we try to do don't always get done, is get good football players or very good football players that have the right makeup, that are the right 53. Because again, what we're trying to accomplish here is win championships. And again, I've said it a number of times, individuals go to Pro Bowls, teams win championships. Our goal is to bring championships to Kansas City. Division championships, conference championships, and whatever else after that.
Scott, what are some of the things you're going to be looking for from the team for Friday?
I mean, some of the things, there's a million things. See, who can execute, who knows their assignments. That's one of the biggest things this time of year. Again, you see, what's easy for everyone to see is the physical performance. It's not always you're not always able to see as a fan or in the media who's taking care of the assignments, who's doing the right thing, who's in the right place at the right time, who's being dependable. So this is a time now where there's a lot of pressure on these guys. They're trying to make a football team. We're going to see how they respond under pressure, along with all the other things that we're looking at, again, on a daily basis.
Scott, are you attempting to trade Jared Goff?
We're only talking about the plays. Have you heard that one before?
Many times. I was hoping the higher we went on the totem pole, it would be used less often.
But we're only talking about the plays.
You don't ever think it'd be easier to set something like that, set it, just general question, something like that, set it to rest once so you don't keep you and your coaches and your players get asked about it?
It doesn't bother me getting asked about it. It doesn't bother Todd. We're just going to talk about the players that are here. And I understand and appreciate you all asking a question. I'm not saying that condescending. I mean that. I understand you guys are doing your job. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Anything else? Is that a camera? What is that?
A camera.
All right. Thank you, guys.